Hello students, in today's video I'm going to explain you the chapter tissue. First of all, let me tell you what is tissue. The tissue is consist of a large number of same type of cell, large number of same type of cells, and which is classified on the basis of their shape and size. So this is the definition. The tissue is consist of large number of same type of cells and are classified on the basis of their shape and size. Next we are going to see the types of the tissue. The first one is epithelial tissue. Second one is connective tissue. The third one is muscle tissue. And the fourth one is nervous tissue. So there are four types of tissues. So in this video I am going to explain you the epithelial tissue. So the epithelial tissue is that type of tissue which covers the lining of the cavities, hollow organs and the tubes of the body. So it covers the cavities, lines, hollow organs and the tubes of the body. Next we will see the function and the types of the epithelial tissue. Now the functions are: the epithelial tissue mainly protects the underlying structures from the dehydration, chemical and mechanical damages, and also it have some secretions and absorption. So these are the function of epithelial tissue. So next we will see the types of epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue is divided into two. The first one is simple epithelial tissue. And the second one is stratified epithelial tissue. So here is the two types of epithelial tissue, simple and stratified epithelial tissue. The simple epithelial tissue is further divided into three. First one is squamous epithelial tissue. Second one is cuboidal. And third type is columnar epithelial tissue. Next we will see the explanation of these tissue. First of all, the squamous epithelial tissue, which is composed of single layer of flattened tissue. The cells are fitted closely together like flat stones. Now the locations where it is found. Mainly it is found in the heart, lymph vessels, blood vessels, lining of the collecting duct, of the nephron in the kidneys, the next tissue is cuboidal epithelial tissue. The cuboidal epithelial tissue is consist of cube-shaped cell which is fitted closely together on the lining of the basement membrane. Cube-shaped cell, and it is found in the lining of the thyroid gland and the kidney tubules. So next type is columnar epithelial tissue. The columnar epithelial tissue is formed by a single layer of the rectangular cells which is fitted on the basement membrane. Now the locations. It is formed by the rectangular shaped cells, and the locations where it is found are in the lining of the stomach, intestine, and the trachea. Next we will see the stratified epithelial tissue. The stratified epithelial tissue had been two divisions. The first one is stratified squamous epithelial tissue, which is further divided into two. The first one is keratinized squamous epithelial tissue, and the second one is non-keratinized squamous epithelial tissue. The stratified squamous epithelial tissue is composed of several layers of the cells. In the deepest, the layer is mainly columnar in shape. As they grow towards the surface, they become flat and then shaded. The first subtype is keratinized squamous epithelial tissue, which is found on the dry surface of the body like skin, hair, and nails. It don't have nuclei in their cells and contains a protein called as keratin. So next type is dense connective tissue. The dense connective tissue is further divided into two. First one is fibrous tissue. And the second one is elastic tissue. The fibrous tissue is made up of mainly close packed bundles of collagen fibers. With a very little amount of matrix. It forms the ligament and protect the covering of some organs, as for example kidney, lymph nodes and the brain. The another one is elastic tissue, which facilitate the capability of considerable extension and recoiling. Extension and recoiling facility it provides, and it found in the many organs like bronchi, lungs, blood vessels, trachea. The examples are trachea, lungs, bronchi, blood vessels. Now the next connective tissue is blood connective tissue. This connective tissue is fluid in nature and it describes itself in the fluid form. Next one is cartilage connective tissue. Which is further divided into three. First one is hyaline cartilage. Second one is fibrocartilage. And the last one is elastic fibrocartilage. The hyaline cartilage is a smooth and bluish tissue which joins the bone at their end and which is found in the larynx, trachea and bronchi parts. Next one is fibrocartilage, which is tough, slightly flexible support to the tissues. It is found the pads between the bodies of the vertebra, the intervertebral disc, and in between the articulating surface of the bones of the knees, called semilunar cartilage, and also found in the hip joint and shoulder joint. The next one is elastic fibrocartilage. The elastic fibrocartilage is flexible tissue, consists of yellow disc fiber lying on the solid matrix with chondrocytes lying between the fibers. It mainly provides the maintaining of the shape, as for example the pinna, the lobes of the ear, the epiglottis, parts of the tunica media of the blood vessels wall. And the next subtype is bone connective tissue. The bone cells, which is osteocyte cells, are surrounded by a matrix of collagen fibers. strengthened by the inorganic salts, especially the calcium and phosphate. It provides the bone with their strength and rigidity. The next type is muscle connective tissue, which I will explain here. Muscle connective tissue is further divided into two. The first one is skeletal muscle, and the second one is smooth muscle. Because of the skeletal muscles, the muscles are movable. The smooth muscles are found in the blood vessels. In the blood vessels, it mainly regulating the diameter of the blood vessels and parts of the respiratory tract and the ureter, ducts of the glands and the alimentary canal. It also facilitates to expel the contents from the urinary bladder and the uterus. So here we had completed our connective tissue. The third type of tissue is muscle tissue, which is divided into three subtypes. First one is skeletal muscle. Second one is smooth muscles. And the third one is cardiac muscles. The skeletal muscles are described as skeletal muscle. It forms those muscles that are movable in the bone. Now the smooth muscles, it is also described as non-striated, involuntary, and it also do not have conscious controls. The function of the smooth muscles are to regulating the diameter of the blood vessels and parts of the respiratory tract. It also propelling contents along the uterus, ducts of the glands and alimentary canal, and it also helps to expel out the contents from the urinary bladder and the uterus. Next we will see the cardiac muscles. This is found only in the heart wall. The cardiac muscles do not have conscious control. It do not have conscious control. Next we will see the nervous tissue. The nervous tissue had been also divided into two parts. It have also two divisions. First one is excitable cells, and the another one is non-excitable cells. The excitable cells are also called as neurons. The excitable cells initiate, receive and conduct and also transmit the informations. Initiates, conduct, transfers. The information. The non-excitable cells are also known as glial cells. These supports the neurons, supports the neurons. So here we had ended our types of the connective tissue. I hope this This video is going to help you in your studies. So if you like the video, please hit the like button, do subscribe and share for more updated videos. Thank you for watching my video.